Hello, Anders.
Hey, Jon.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Who are you?
Yeah, that's a good question. My name is Anders Chrintz and I am Swede, living in the south part of Sweden. I've been in the IT and technology industry for a little bit more than 20 years. So I've been working in the global firms like VM Data, Logica, CGI, Accenture, Atos, have executive positions from a Nordic perspective. I've been an advisor for Information Service Group previously, and today I am the Vice President for the Nordic in Tech Mahindra and taking care of the strategic growth and the large deals. In underlying that is of course also partnership, alliances, merchant acquisitions that fell under my responsibility.
And Tech Mahindra, a partner to Ekkono Solutions, where we announced the partnership as recently as in November.
Yeah.
So can you give us an overview of who Tech Mahindra is?
Yeah, Tech Mahindra is a system integrator firm, a global. We have approximately 120,000 employees worldwide. Of course, we have a strong presence in India. And outside India, our US business is the largest one. And then after that, we have the EMEA part. And where also now the growth area is Europe, mainland Europe, and of course Nordic. I see in front of me, I see the growth for the Nordic in the Nordic region will be probably 200 to 300% over 4 years.
Wow.
So there is a target that we will grow 4 times to 2026 or something like that. So heavily investments will be is already done in the Nordic, but we will invest much more in the Nordic than what we have done in the past. So and investments from a Indian pure player in the past is now more that we will go for this blended sourcing model. We have an offshore capacity, well known, good quality. We are growing up a nearshore capacity in Europe, and then of course on-site capacity from each country in the Nordics. So that will be the growth. And our aim is to at least try to hire 200 to 300 FTEs locally in the 4 Nordic countries the coming years.
And who's a typical customer? Who's the target group when you look at the Nordic markets?
Yeah, I think of course we are aiming at all the global and international enterprise clients. Our main focus will be in the manufacturing, transport, retail, and logistic part, and also we just recently launched a bank and finance strategy. That is our core and key industries. We are not fully focusing on the public industry. That will be taken as the next step. We are a little bit opportunistic, of course, in the pub. And of course, public can be, if you take PostNord, it's a public company, but they are a logistic company, so of course we try to work with them. LKAB is another one from the mining side, 100% owned by the Swedish state and government, but of course that is a manufacturing client in our way of seeing it. So. And
I'm glad to say that when we started talking in August, it was actually you who found us.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find Ekkono?
I think when I joined, as I said, one part of my responsibility is to find fruitful and sustainable partnership. Because I think everything today is, if you should be trustworthy and sustainable in the market, you need to be able to showcase that you have the majority to create partnership. You can't do everything by yourself anymore. Those vendors who is trying to explain to a customer that we fix everything for you, dear client, they will not be taken seriously in the future. You need to, on the other hand, be very open and said, we do this in an ecosystem and a partnership. So of course, when now with this role I have, I vacuum clean the market. I seek on the webs, listen to my colleagues from the past, my colleagues today, and in some way, Ekkono just came up to me, and I think when I visit your website, and I think this is really an interesting company for us to see if we can develop some kind of partnership and how we can go together to specific clients with your offering in a combination with our offerings as an end-to-end solution.
And for us, it's a no-brainer. I mean, the thing is, we provide one component in the whole solution.
Yeah.
We don't have the capacity, we don't have the capability of providing the end-to-end solution, which is something that you can do, where you can leverage our technology to expedite and do that kind of implementation. On top of that, you have the credibility with the customers, you have the existing relationship with procurement, which is hard for a startup like us. But I mean, do you think it's easy for a big company, you said over 120,000 employees, to work with a startup our size? Are there challenges, or is it just opportunities?
I mean, I think, of course, I have a very positive mindset. Of course, there is always challenges, whatever you do in your life. But in all the tough times, there is always something good coming out of it. And I think that is the mindset you need to have. And to transform the challenges into opportunities, both for you and your partners and the clients. And I think when you are open-minded in that way and have that honestly in your thoughts, and also in the openness when you have that discussion with the clients, I think then you create a space of innovation. You let the spark going on, and if you have that mindset to find opportunities. And I think also we have a say, or what I have implemented so far is that we are global enough to deliver, but local enough to care. And I think the localness to care is so important. And if you can then hook up with a local provider with a footprint on some of our common clients, I think that is also creating trust and sustainability from a client perspective. So for me, at least, I only see opportunities with this partnership together with Ekkono. And I'm really eager to see and to meet the customers and have a chat with them about this partnership. So I'm really looking forward to it.
And the thing is, I mean, this is a two-way street. It's not just a question of the big corporations working with startups. It's just as much a question of startups being able to work with corporates. And at the end of the day, to leverage the strength, not focus on the weaknesses. You have to overcome the weaknesses, but focus on how you can use the strength in making things better. So as a last question, we come from the perspective of IoT, smart IoT. What happens when the product OEMs can extend the relationship with the products to after they leave the factory out into the field, automation, all these different things. What's the one thing that really makes you excited when you think about smart IoT?
I think we have been, from a Tech Mahindra, we have been in this area for quite a long time as well. And I think with adding your edge knowledge, I think that we will bring one and one to became three. Because I think everybody today all the global enterprise knows that they have data. Unfortunately, not so many knows what they should do with the data.
Right.
How can we make our data intelligent? And of course also what data is not necessary for us to use. Because I think today there are so many clients today, they have so much data, so they don't see the forest for all of the trees. And I think with you and with your analysis and your experience in this market, together with our services, the end-to-end solutions that we have, I think we can be an enabler for the clients to use the data in a right way. That is how I see it. And I think we have a mission together, to be honest. Maybe too hard to say, but I think we can really help our clients to understand and what type of business value will that bring for the business. Because I think that is the main thing with all the things that you are doing and what we are doing, is really to make ourselves, of course, to understand, but primarily our clients to understand and get people, data and technology together.
Right.
And put this more like a vertical strategy instead of a horizontal strategy. We take the business applications, we help them with the edge part of it,
right.
And how can we drive and develop the client's next step on this journey? And then I think the end-to-end solution is what everybody is seeking for today. So I think both for you and for us to come together and not try to sell us standalone services, because that will not work in the future anymore. You need to have an end-to-end solution. So I think that is how I see our partnership come to life in the future.
There you go. This is where you heard it first. Ekkono and Tech Mahindra and how we look at the future for smart IoT. Anders, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My pleasure.
And from all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.